when I started work in Manchester, and I'm like from the sticks, so it was like a big deal going to Manchester, you know, like seeing, you know, zebra crossings and street lights and stuff. And I end up like the victim in a lot of my songs, so this is called Small Town Country Boy. Bingo said it don't come easy, and I should pay my dues, but he don't know the time I've wasted all on someone like you. Well, them horrible names and who's to blame? I could have done with a peasant boy, not a big city girl who had no time for a small town country boy. The big city girl laughed out loud at my Cuban heels. She said, get on the bus to Hicksville, I'll pay your cab fare home. Well, she chortled not my name, she said, I suit you, Roy. The big city girl had no time for a small town country boy. Maybe I was being sensitive, maybe she was being coy, but the big city girl had no time for the small town country boy. Big city girl didn't like my parents, she thought I'd gypsy blood. I told her I was brought up right, she said you're still no good. Well, I told her I was raised correctly and that I used to be an altar boy, but the big city girl had no time for the small town country boy. Big city girl like a rich man hanging on their arms. Big city girls like an old man, 'cause old men do no harm. She thought she was the Queen of Sheba, or maybe it was Helen of Troy. But the big city girl had no time for the small town country boy. No, the big city girl had no time for the small town country boy.
All right. What was it you want?
Well, it's great. Beautiful song, absolutely classic, really. But that's me because what's the point of me talking about me? That's really kind of a selfish thing. But you know, I've always tried to help other artists. That's the way I was brought up. I got that from my mum, you know. And so I was at the other end of the scale. This is one of the most recent songs I've written, and this came by accident. I broke the A string, and when I tuned up the guitar, what I thought was an A was in fact a C. So that when I tuned the octaves, I thought I'd put it really flat, tune it, and of course I tuned those up to G. So it's like talking about plectrums, this, isn't it, for those who don't know. But what happened was, well, this happened. And I could play chords that I'd never played before, like, no, I mean I played that, but this. Which for me was like beyond me. So I'd really dried up as a writer, and just by that simple accident, I got another 15, 20 songs, and this is one of them, to say thank you for that fantastic song.
Yeah, that George Borowski like my song.
You can retire now. You can retire now.
Yeah. And we can sing. because I always invite people to sing, and you don't have to. And I will very much say, I will not ask you for your hand in marriage if you do sing or anything like that. For those who kind of think, not singing, okay, but no, but it's fine. The chorus is really easy. It's sun will rise, snow will fall, the wind will blow around us all. We'll cross the line, by and by, we are one with the star-filled sky. So off you go. I was trying to say before, was it like the secret society where the guitar player learns something? I'm not showing anybody in case they see. So I just pass them on, you know, something, because I'm gone. Okay, here we go, ready? Sun will rise, snow will fall, the wind will blow around us all. We'll cross the line, by and by, we are one with the star-filled sky. I am one, you are two. We are here to be and do. A lonely bell will tear the eye. We are one with the star-filled sky. Sun will rise, snow will fall, the wind will blow around us all. We'll cross the line, by and by, we are one with the star-filled sky. This is G. How lovely. The moon comes down, lifts the wave, also the way that we behave. Girls will dance, soldiers will cry, 'cause we are one with the star-filled sky. Sun will rise, snow will fall, the wind will blow around us all. We'll cross the line, by and by, we are one with the star-filled sky. Breaking bread, helping hands, an open heart will understand. Keep the faith, so will I, 'cause we are one with the star-filled sky. Sun will rise, snow will fall, line together.
It's actually there is some kind of weird star feature. I don't know what the switch is for it. You can actually could have simulated a star in the sky.
With the curtain.
Oh yeah, there's
curtains.
yeah. This is a song I wrote. It's about homecoming, really. It's about because I'm a Bury lad and I love Bury, but I had to kind of move away. Like most hometowns, you know, I think you've got to move away for a while to look at things objectively and realise it's got what your own town's got going for it. But it's not about Bury. It's just about homecoming in general and travelling and getting back again. We had our share of ups and downs, mostly the latter. But I'm not fool enough to think the past doesn't matter. I've seen southwest plains that cried for rain, the bridge across the Pontchartrain. But anyway, I'm back to stay this time. There's something in what they say, travel broadens the mind. But in time it makes you realize what you've left behind. I've seen Europe's ancient pillars, words with umlauts and cedillas, but it's understood I'm back for good this time. Sometimes the grass seems so much greener, sometimes you can't see wood for trees. Here I stand, heart in hand, do I have to get down on my knees this time? Well, I finally made it back here, across the miles. And now this rolling stone wants to gather moss a while. I've seen Eastern Promise, Northern Lights, Dallas from a DC night at night, but it's understood I'm back for good this time. We had our share of ups and downs, mostly the latter.
Fabulous. That's me done.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Just get me drinks. Oh, thank you for the glasses, yes, so I can see where I am. There.
Yeah, when we were waiting for you, George, outside, we were discussing about the W in the name.
Oh, right.
Is it Borowski or is it?
No, it's Borowski.
Borowski.
It's, yeah, the W is pronounced like the double F would be in Russian. If it was Russian, it was like in Smirnov.
Okay.
And the V is pronounced like the W. So it's kind of it's Krakow as opposed to Krakow. And but it's just a way of saying it. You know, the Americans all say Krakow. You know, they just pronounce the W that way.
I told you.
I said Charles Bukowski, but Americans all say, you mean Bukowski?
That's right, yes.
No, I think to get a W sound in Polish, you use an L with a line through it.
That's correct. That's absolutely right. Yes, that's right. And so I've just known as George. So it's a lot easier.
Makes
You know what I
sense.
mean? Yeah. I can't say hi. It sounds really important.
We'll think you're a plumber, you see.
Pardon?
We'll think you're a plumber.
Ah, that's right.
You see it on the side of
Yeah,
the
that's right, yeah.
You're a plumber or
I am a plumber. We are musical plumbers. That's what we do. We come and do the pipes, you know, do your radiators and say check please, you know. It's the same as
Check,
Sorry,
please.
Oh yes.
Very good.
Sorry.
All over the world, wherever I may stand, I'm every woman, I'm every man. I'm what am I? I'm the face at the window, I'm the stranger on the shore, I'm the shadow cast across your door. Well, I roam them wild choppy waters, and I clung on to them big old aeroplanes, and everybody talks about me. Nobody knows my name, because I am an immigrant. You may not like it, but it's true. And I am an immigrant. I'm an immigrant, just like you. Well, this cruel old country is so dark and cold. I think I'll get some sunshine before I grow too old. I think I'm gonna cash in my ices and go to sunny Spain. And if I fall ill, I'll come back home again. And then I'll be an immigrant. You may not like it, but it's true. I am an immigrant. I'm an immigrant, just like you and you and you.
It's a great honour to be invited to something as wonderful as this. And it is, because it's like playing in your house. And I often say that we're very lucky to do what we really love, you know, and play for people, because we play to make people happy. We hope to make them happy, you know, and we're fortunate enough that the songs kind of come through us sometimes. Not that we know the way, or in my case, I know where the quicksand is. So I try and tell people about it, because you know, then you don't have to step in it. My songs really started when I was 13, which is like 1963. Before that, I'd sung opera at school, and apparently I had quite a good voice. But they gave me a rest, and I didn't know why they gave me a rest. They gave me a rest to rest my voice while it changed from being a treble into a tenor or a baritone, whichever it was going to be. So of course, I'd been doing really well in this thing. I was enjoying it. So your ego's kind of, you know, why haven't I got, you know, because you're 13, you know, whatever. So my dad, who'd been at Monte Cassino, agreed to buy me a guitar. But I couldn't play all the songs I would, so I just started writing. And the songs really fall into three categories, to say one of three things. Stop fighting, or love each other, or do you want to dance? And you can tell me which one this is. So I'll do just it, because this is My brother used to love rock and roll, and of course I was playing with like Meccano and stuff, and so I'm not really listening. But I think what you do naturally as a child and as a writer, the things that you hear at that time, when you're not actually trying to be Jimi Hendrix or trying to be Pete Townsend or trying to be whoever, Kurt Cobain, when you're being just yourself, then the sun goes on your tape. So I'm probably just a rock and roller really, so that's why. And I play really loud. I mean, who's ever seen me with the band, you know, it's like, stop. Anyway. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. I thought I found myself in heaven, but I was mistaken. I lost my lover to a friend. I'll never fall in love again. She wouldn't look me in the eye. She wouldn't look me in the eye. I thought I found myself an angel, but that was just a disguise. I knew that she was telling lies. She wouldn't look me in the eye. We used to go out dancing, stay around till 2. But now she got herself a new man. I don't know what to do. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. I thought I found myself in heaven. I was mistaken. I lost my lover to a friend. I'll never fall in love again. Goodbye. We used to go out dancing each and every night. But now she got herself a new man. Me, I'm out of sight. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. I thought about myself in heaven. I was mistaken. I lost my lover to a friend. I'll never fall in love again. She wouldn't look me in the eye. She wouldn't look me in the eye. Thought about myself an angel, but that was just a disguise. I knew that she was telling lies. She wouldn't look me in the eye. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. Thought about myself in heaven. I was mistaken. I lost my lover to a friend. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. Never fall in love again. Never fall in love again. I lost my lover to a friend. I'll never fall in love again. Ow! Ow! Noisy boy.
I certainly feel your pain, George.
Pardon?
I feel your pain. Definitely.
This is on the Telemark album. It's, the idea I was trying to get across was if a relationship has gone pear-shaped, as in my case they inevitably do, you can usually look back once the dust has settled and think, well, it wasn't all bad, there were good times as well. So it's quite fragile, I think. Always thought we'd go the distance. Thought we'd weather any storm. Life flew in our direction. Things somehow worked out different. And now we live like total strangers in a world of disaffection. And though we still kiss goodnight, there's no beauty, there's no fire. And your kisses now taste more to me of Now it's come to this, we're both asleep by 11, as we just coexist in this fragile heaven. Not one to overstay my welcome, so I'll get my things together and I'll be moving on. And if I ever write a song about us, I promise I won't write a bitter one. What happened to the passion and all those nights of sin? Did you just fall out of love as easily as you fell in? Whatever I did was so wrong. I hope in time I'm forgiven. Now it's clear that I don't belong in this fragile heaven. I won't forget your wondrous smile, or the joy and laughter we shared together. And though the bad times may haunt me a while, I'll cherish those good times forever. You don't have to say it's over, I can see it in your eyes. Here in this flawed utopia, this tainted paradise, it'll all make sense someday. Right now I'm at 6s and 7s as I turn to walk away this fragile heaven. As I turn to walk away this fragile heaven.
Beautiful.
Well, I see, George, you've got a picture there. Is that your mum?
It is, yes.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it in a while. Speaking of mums, when my dad died, you know, she kind of painted the house a different colour. It used to be like brown, you know, it was like a chain smoker. He pulled a pipe and he used to smoke when he used to tune your carets. And he used to put patches on as well, you know, like so he got a triple kick. It was a junkie, in effect. And so when he died, she had the house done up. And I said, right, I said, you know, no disrespect to him, I said, right, you can be the merry widow now, mum. You know what I mean? You can have fun, you know, you can go on Facebook, you know, with the rest of us, get a life, you know, get on Facebook where the action is. And she said, what? And I said, get a tattoo. And she said, a what? I said, a tattoo, you know. I do, you know, BFC on your arm or something or whatever. So come on, you know, Mama's got a new tattoo, Mama's got a new tattoo. On her birthday, she didn't want flowers or a ride in a big limousine or a nip and tuck or her hair done up like the girls in Heat magazine. Granddad's got new Nike trainers, Grandma's got some new ones too. The baby's got a mouthful of pizza, and Mama's got a new tattoo. Yeah, Mama's got a new tattoo. Yeah, Mama's got a new tattoo. Kinda funny in a way, it'll never wash away. Yeah, Mama's got a new tattoo. My Mama's never been in prison.
Mama's never sailed the sea, but a snake on her arm has a funny kind of charm, but it looks just like the others do. Huh. Mama's got a new tattoo. Yeah, Mama's got a new tattoo. Kind of funny in a way, it'll never wash away. Mama's got a new tattoo. The bouncers think it's kind of sexy, the bouncers. The builders think it's kind of cute. But her dad is not impressed with that cherub on the chest, if it looks just like the others do. Mama's got a new tattoo. Yeah, Mama's got a new tattoo. Kind of funny in a way, it'll never wash away. Yeah, Mama's got a new tattoo. Now my mama said I never should play with the gypsies in the wood, but at least they got some class, not a tattoo on them that look just like the others do. Mama's got a new tattoo. Yeah, Mama's got a new tattoo. Kind of funny in a way, it'll never wash away. Yeah, Mama's got a new, Mama's got a new, Mama's got a new tattoo.
It's great that you're all singing about, you know, we try to sing about actual things, you know. Lovely to hear songs, people sing about songs about Berry. My songs were all about 53 bus, because everything happened to me on a 53 bus, you know. The two Polish churches were on there, one in Cheetham Hill and the other one in Brooks Bar. Trafford Park, of course, which of course most of the people of my generation at some point worked in Trafford Park. Me, I made the inserts for toilet rolls, you know, the tubes at a place called Millington and Sheldrick. And they made all these tubes inside you. And it was the very first place I played a paid gig, was at the Trafford Park Hotel, which is still standing on, of course, 53 around 10 Axe Road. And I'm not sure about this, but somebody did want to mention that they thought that Iggy Pop wrote Passenger after having travelled on the 53 through the city's backside, because of course it goes through Walshaw and it goes through Whalley Range and it goes through Moss Side and Bradford and all the way around, you know. So now I think you can actually almost see Queen's Road from 10 Axe Road, since they've levelled it out. You can kind of just about see buildings, so you can see the terminus. And this is nothing to do with the 53, this song. No, no. No, it is really, it is. We kind of, we don't want to be maudlin all the time, do we? And we're not. We write things as they happen. When Vienna was little, we used to go and buy nappies, paddy pads, from, there was opposite the toast rack, you know, the toast rack they're going to knock down, which is a college, and opposite the toast rack, there was a chemist that used to stay up until 10:30, you could go and buy medication and stuff. And it was the only one, so we drive all the way from Macclesfield to there. Now, of course, you can get things all night. Anyway, there was a young boy busking and sat on the road, and as he was playing his heart out, and the students just walking past, and he's like singing away as hard as he can, and he keeps breaking strings, and he's down to 3, and then he's down to 2, but he's still hammering away, and it's raining and stuff. So this is for my two friends here, right, who have been in this situation, and this is about 53 bus, and there's a nice chorus, just surviving, right? That's it. Short, isn't it? Because I'm hopeless at the humour bit. You know, I'm dead good at the passion bit, you know, but I'm hopeless at the humour bit, so forgive me. I'm really feeling my way here, you know. So the chorus is, just surviving, just surviving, just surviving, oh, 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 you know. That was the start of the song. Anthony sings, and I played my second pay gig at the King of Hearts, which is on the corner there, Warburton Road. So it's all about 53. Anthony sings by the cries, tears in her eyes, running for all she's worth outside the school of success. Home life's a mess, richer girls hide their birth. And when the teacher pats her head, just surviving, just surviving. Oh, you know, just surviving. Chances come and go, just surviving, like everyone you know. Anthony sings by the Three Kings, scholars they come and go into the toast track of dreams, breaking their schemes, keeping the gas down low. And when they ask him how he feels, I'm not singing, just surviving, just surviving. Oh, you know, just surviving, just surviving. Oh, you know, just surviving, just surviving. Oh, you know.
This is the name of the game, isn't it?
It is.
It's all about dropping your expectations.
When you're down to your last 10 pence, and it's a choice between 5 fags and gas, and it's always the fags, and you light a can. Sorry.
You can't buy them in fives anymore.
No, fine. We used to be at Thurlow Street, just round the corner from Surveying College, where I went to school.
You get
Yeah, one fag, 2 matches.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Cash sale.
Domino.
Oh, very good. Yes, absolutely. Blimey, yeah. Fantastic.
This is one I wrote 20 years or so ago, maybe more. It is based on the true story of, and inspired by the disillusionment I felt. I seem to have a habit of falling for the wrong women. I fell in love with my romance. Wimbledon's just finished now, but my romance with a tennis player ended when I discovered that love meant nothing to her. Well, this one was, I fell for a girl who I subsequently discovered was of the Sapphic persuasion. So, Google it. We've been together almost 7 years. I might have known that it would end in tears, but now the bottom has fallen right out of my world. Janie's got herself another girl. It was lipstick on her collar that aroused my suspicion. I sat her down and started my inquisition. I stood in silence as her story unfurled. Janie's got herself another girl. Well, I can't comprehend how she could put an end to a love I thought was solid as a rock. You think you know what's going on? Maybe I reacted wildly, but to put it mildly, all this has come as something of a shock. So no longer will I hold her in my arms, since she's found a preference for feminine charms. It's like I opened up the oyster and never got the pearl. Janie's got herself another girl. Well, I did my best to forget about her, but she's still playing on my mind. I thought I knew her inside and out, but I didn't know that she was that way inclined, but now I sit all alone feeling sad and rejected. All the telltale signs were there, but I never once suspected she'll never make a wife, and my whole life is in a whirl. Janie's got herself another girl. Janie's got herself another girl. Janie's got herself a strap-on jack.
Oh, to bring it up a bit.
Full of that.
But it's all right to do a song about Lord Byron, the poet. All right. Yeah, I am going to do actually. We spent some time in Rochdale, at the back of my estate, and like I can't. He's always there, like wherever I go. I don't mean like literally a ghost. I mean there's always things cropping up. There's a website that I got involved in. You know it, don't you, Hillary? The Lord Byron. What is it? Appreciation Society. You want to see some of the fighting on there? Honestly, all about exclamation marks. You know, Byron's use of rhetoric. Blah blah blah. This didn't rhyme. So I kind of joined them early on, and I said I wrote a song about Byron, and you know, posted it or whatever, and nothing. It wasn't even like a thumb. There was just something like that, like a shape like that. So I kind of withdrew, licked my wounds, but I still sing the song. And I think about him as well, you know, with the thing in Greece. I think I know which side he'd be on at the minute, definitely. He'd be an oxy, definitely. So it's called Rock and Roll Byron. Rock and Roll Byron didn't have a band, didn't need a guitar, just a paper and a pen. Sometimes he said it with a red rose, sometimes he said it with a kiss. Mood swinging like a lampshade, wild as the wind. Rock and Roll Byron, it's all been done before. Rock and Roll Byron with Lady Caroline, hard on his sleeve, raving at the night. They said he was crazy, they said he was mad, they said he was a danger, they said he was bad. Rock and Roll Byron, it's all been done before. Rock and Roll Byron, stepping out of line. Rock and Roll Byron, trouble in mind. Rock and Roll Byron, howling at the moon. Oh! Rock and Roll Byron, it's all been done before. Sometimes I see him in the papers, sometimes I see him at the bar, sometimes I see him in the mirror. I don't have to look far, I hear him roaring out at midnight, howling at the moon. Rock and Roll Byron, it's all been done before. Sing with me, George. Rock and Roll Byron. Rock and Roll Byron, 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 it's all been done before. One more time. Rock and Roll Byron, 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 it's all been
for.
Great. Nice to play a bit of it, isn't it? Now, this is a 1980 song, written before I went, because I didn't go till 1981, but it's a nice song.
So where, George?
Pardon?
Where?
I went to America once.
Okay.
Yeah, and they asked for the money back, so I didn't stay. Oh, really? The great thing of playing acoustic, there's no way out, is there? You're out of tune, you're out of tune. You stop. And it's great, isn't it? You know, people play with, you know, when you do your songs first and you write when you've got them on the stand, you know, and some musicians are like, what? Doesn't know his song. Or capo. Capo? Good heavens, you know. But music stands the one, isn't it? And yeah, I go and watch the Halle, and there's 120 of them with music stands, and nobody goes, blimey neck, they don't know what they're doing, do they? But it really is, honestly, in the folk world, God, I played the electric guitar. I could not get a gig. They said, you can have a gig in 2019. When we shut the shop, you know, so... it's very, very, hey. Imagine it was one of those places that was very precious about its humour. It struggled with passion. And I'll say, hey, what's Zeno? What's Zeno? Well, I do know, right? Oh, what's our number ones called? Grandad, Grandad, you matchstick men and matchstick cats and dogs when I'm cleaning windows. Right? I've been going out with a girl. All our number ones. Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Bob Dylan's, you know. Fantastic songwriters here. Me, I have no problem with people being successful. I think Noel's a fine songwriter, right? But instead of him earning 3 million for turning the lights on, I'd like them to get 20,000 a year for writing a song that they write. Because there's loads of people that write songs. And because I say that, I'm really unpopular. Anyway, that's me passion. I do have some funny songs, but only one. Well, some people say they're all funny. Thank you.
We're going to hit you with some requests later on, some of our favourites.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have we got favourites?
Oh, yours, yeah, definitely.
Honestly?
Yeah, they drove us from
I was
Denver.
just going to do that. Should we do that now? Can we all play it?
Wow, it
Yeah.
looks scripted, this. I swear to God, I've never met it before in my life. Go.
See each other talking. It's a lovely guitar. I retired in 2000, and a friend called Leon Davey, who my friends know, has a PA company. And I just had one electric guitar left, and he said, would you buy me a acoustic guitar because I'd like to learn to play? And so I said, yes, of course. We went and bought him his guitar. It was £110. It's an Ibanez. The thing's gone now. It's a lovely guitar. And after 2 lessons, he said, it's a con, George. All I want to do really is to record everything you've written on the acoustic guitar, so it's there for everybody. So I never leave it in the car. This one always goes in the house. So it's for Mr. Dion Davey and his children. But I can't tune my guitar. Could jump in on a hurry, innit? Thank you. I'm sorry, it's a long way off, isn't it? So if you like Cannon and Ball, you could do loads of jokes at this point, couldn't you? Which is what they were great at, and of course that's why the working men comes up comics. It's all men on cleaning windows, you know, all that kind of thing. Amateur, you see, doesn't know how to tune his guitar. That's close, isn't it? No. It's lovely and warm in here. sing. Hands up all those people who don't want to sing. It's alright, I can see you, so I'll know if you're not singing. So it's okay. Because some people say they're not going to sing and then sing anyway, you know. So it's just 4 lines. First line's when the blue guitars and Texas. Last line's when the blue guitars and Texas, right? Here we go. When the blue guitars of Texas meet the best of Tennessee. Meet the best of Tennessee. There'll be half a million cowboys. There'll be half a million cowboys standing up just to see. Standing up just to see. Girls from Brooklyn. Girls from Brooklyn. Softly swaying in the breeze. Softly swaying in the breeze. Loud as we can, because we open the book. When the blue guitars of Texas meet the best of Tennessee. Thank you.
Intermission while we recover. We're back in 15 minutes. Thanks very much.
Thank
George Borowski.
Right, so there you go. The next one's Gorman on the.
Oh,
Yeah, next artist down at the Songwriters Circle in Walshaw. Are we Walshaw? Tottenham. Walshaw. I know these things cause division sometimes. I know family feuds come out if I say the wrong place. Walshaw
by the sea.
by Tottenham.
And the next one will be the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. My maths is
29th of July.
yeah.
Yeah, Gareth.
Gorman
Frith.
all the way from Stanley, Vegas. Yeah, he writes some good stuff, Gerry.
He does.
So tell your friends. We're your friends.
Probably won't be here if you have friends.
You are? We're your friends. This is like a therapy group, isn't it? For all the beaten down, stressed out people to look after one another.
My name's Stuart and I'm a songwriter.
I feel your pain. Another one.
This is a song that, as most of you know, I spent some time in Texas back in the late 90s and went down to across the border into Mexico a few times, and there's a phenomenon is probably the wrong word because that's got connotations of being something positive, but there's this spate of murders of young women in Juarez and Chihuahua City and the surrounding area. Most of the murdered women have been, and we're talking hundreds. You know, some people estimate it might be as much as might be into 4 figures now. These women have predominantly worked in what are known as maquiladoras. They're an assembly plant, usually owned by a big American multinational like Maxell have got one. And they're situated just below the border so that they don't have to pay the wages. They can get away with paying them a seventh of what we have to pay them across the border in El Paso. So, and all over the area surrounding Juarez, there are pink crosses that have been erected by an organisation called Voces Sin Echo, Voices Without Echo, to not just as memorials to the girls, but as a campaign to get the crimes at least investigated. Sadly, the drug cartel wars have kind of overshadowed a lot of this. The song mentions Lola Beltran, who was a Mexican film star and a ranchera singer. She was, to most Mexicans, what Piaf was to the French. You know, when she died, she laid in state and stuff, so she gets a mention as well. And Our Lady of Guadalupe is a bit like our Lady of Lourdes or knockoff. The rest of it should be fairly self-explanatory, I think. But ask if you've
I enjoyed that.
ask me after. If you want to take notes and ask me questions later. And I will apologise in advance for my bad Spanglish. Came up here 6 months ago from a small town in Sonora. Took the road her sister Anna took the year before, to work a 6-day week in a US-owned maquiladora. Now another new paint cross stands there beside hundreds more. In these hills that hid Pancho Villa and Geronimo, there are cries in the dark from voices without echo. On clear nights you can see the lights of El Paso, but all you can hear are voices without echo. Our Lady of Guadalupe, hear us now. Don't let ours be voices without echo. Sister Anna says back home they used to call her La Hilguera, a singing voice so sweet that it could melt the coldest heart. Could be Ave Maria, could be some old ranchera. She could have made the stage, they say, if she'd only had the star. She used to dream she'd lie in state like the great Beltran. Now she's lying out there in the hot Chihuahua sand. Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe nos oye. Debemos siempre ser voces en eco. Háblanme montes y valles, grítenme piedras del campo.
We're blessed. Fantastic.
Anybody remember PJ Proby?
I do.
Yeah. Anybody remember The Eagle and Child?
Yeah.
Borton Law? Yeah. With the Witnesses used to play there. I think we played there, didn't we, Bob, in the first lineup? Anyway, I met PJ Proby there one night. He tried to get up with us, and you know, wasn't able to do. Let's just leave it at that. And then after the gig, he started singing, and I didn't know who it was initially. And then he started singing, and then he started, you know, I recognised an American accent, and he started telling us these, whatever the tale was, there was like a ring of. I was only half listening, to tell you the truth, but there was like some like authenticity there. You know, it was like something that made me ears prick up. So he was singing a Johnny Ace song, "Forever, my darling, I'll always be true." It's like the late 50s R&B ballad. And he was telling us that Johnny Ace is from the same place as him in Texas. And then when I was getting the gear out, it was about 1:30 in the morning or whatever. somebody came up to one of the locals and said, "You know who that was, don't you?" And I said, "No," and he said, "PJ Proby." So in the next few days, you know, I pondered about it and I looked it up. I looked him up in an old record collector magazine that he had, remember him? And they're like the authoritative kind of magazine, you know, they just deal with like the facts, you know, discs sold, you know, B-sides, release date, blah, blah, blah. And there it was, you know, big 6-page spread on him. So from that came this. It was way past last orders. The amps were cooling down. All hell was breaking out at the worst gig in town. Smoke and glass was everywhere, and the smell of that old perfume. I couldn't get away too soon. Round the bar they carried on like no one seemed to care about the faded legend who was standing right there. They probably don't remember, like I do to this day, the night I met PJ. He picked cotton down in Texas, wound up in Hollywood. He did demos for Elvis, and he worked for Jack Good. And he sang about Maria and the man who wore clown shoes. He sung Hold Me, rhythm and blues. Then a stranger in the corner started to sing, forever, my darling. I heard the words ring in his leather boots and his trousers. He was talking about Johnny Ace. The night I met PJ. Standing, staggered through the door. Now was it Chet Powers, or was Jim Smith his name? The night I met PJ. Then a stranger in the corner started to sing, forever, my darling. In his leather boots and his trousers, talking about Johnny Ace. The night I met PJ was the night I met PJ. Taxi for PJ. The night I met PJ. Take him home. The night I met PJ.
Fantastic story. Yeah, PJ. I had lots of experiences like that. Places like heaven and hell. My dad used to take me to football when I was little. He used to go up the road here to Gig Lane because it was quite dear to go to Main Road or Old Trafford, so we'd go to Scotland Road and places like that. Bolton, you know. I think we travelled once on the bus with Nat Lofthouse. He had his boots under his arm and all that kind of stuff. But the nice thing was about the game was the fact that because I was quite little, he'd pass me down to the front, you know, so I could be by the corner flag, you know. was at Old Trafford once, and George was just about here, you know. It was a great, exciting moment to see it. But it was a game for children, and of course we had rattles in those days, and somebody scored a goal, the rattle came out, and everybody, the whole crowd rattled the you know, whatever it was, a great pass or, you know, unfortunate, you know. And if the other side scored, of course, it was the same as well, because it was a thing for children. And I did mention before about 53 bus, and of course both those grounds are also on 53 bus. And I used to walk home from Warshaw, from Thurlow Street, all the way through Moss Side, Warshaw, Whalley Range, Chiltern, all the way to Stretford. And I used to be given money, you know, because you know, people would cross you across the street, take you by the hand. I was only a little lad, you know, maybe about 11 or something. And I used to do it for the prep as well, and we go to Chiltern bus train station and watch the trains. Because there was a thing called collective responsibility, which we still have within us because we lived through that period. And unfortunately, around about 1977, if I remember rightly, somebody posted in the schools that all strangers are dangerous. And it happened to be, isn't it parallel, that Leeds were playing at that time, who were considered to be one of the most violent sides on the field. And my dad always used to say, everything's a smokescreen to divide. So this is for me, Dad, and yourselves, for all the great things that you've done, and for the 62 million people that died in the Second World War, on all sides, so we could be here today, all who believe today. There's a song called Manchester Boys. Stay in cheap hotels, say they're trying, local papers give them hell, but they keep denying. A lot of the action is off the ball, so difficult if you don't get advice at all. And I know it wasn't you pushed over the wall. Manchester boys making me tired. Manchester boys. Manchester boys, 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 boys. Jungle Johnny drinks too much, ends up fighting, kicking over some innocent person's table and spilling blood. Spends the night in West End Central, Rochdale Road, could be Bootle Street, Filbert Street, Grand on. Those Collyhurst cowboys, some of them take no prisoners at all. Brought up to be hard. Intelligent mum said, if he's got your bike, go and give him a dig. Manchester boys, 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 boys. And now girls. Sunday morning, Manchester boys. I only threw one buckle. Manchester boys, Roma started it first. Manchester boys, they're just like Birmingham girls, Swansea boys, Macclesfield lads, Rangers boys, Twin Tower boys, down the middle, West Bank boys, back home, Belfast boys. I'm no saint, but who taught you, you Wimbledon boys? Even you Chelsea boys, you know that just like Everton, Liverpool, Tiananmen boys in my lifetime, Korean boy in my lifetime, Aden boys in my lifetime, Mugabe's boys in my lifetime, Ceausescu's boys in my lifetime, Soweto boys, Auschwitz boys, Manchester. I'd like you to be able to walk home alone. Oh, this is your city. It is your city. This is your city. It's your city. My old man was a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. It's impossible. It's an impossible situation. If I see a child crying in Sainsbury's, I pick it up and take it to customer services. 99.99% of people are absolutely sound. Men have been made to feel as though they're a perpetrator of something just by being there. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Man, I don't care, I'll be gone soon. I say it how it is. Sorry.
Right.
And you only get 25 quid back.
This one's about it's almost a love song, but not, I suppose. It's about being on the road and missing someone back home and wondering if they're as faithful as they perhaps portend to be. It's called Two Sides of the Same Coin. These long distance phone calls don't come cheap, I know. But I had to hear your voice. Gonna go where the work is, keep us in house and home. You know I'd be with you if I had a choice. One of us feels pain, the other flinches. Don't ask me the reason why. These miles between us might as well be inches. Two sides of the same coin, you and I. We're two sides of the same coin, you and I. I can tell you through worse ordeals than this before. Just 18 more days, then I'll be home. Bet I can still recount verbatim. I wouldn't even have to try. You're my way or the highway ultimatum. See what I did there? Two sides of the same coin, you and I. Two sides of the same coin, you and I. I know I can't be easy to live with. All my bad habits, all my quirks. But down the years we've learned to take and give. And against all the odds, somehow it works. We've shared too much to let it fall apart. We've laughed together and we've cried. I'll be home soon, so still your restless heart. Two sides of the same coin, you and I. Two sides of the same coin, you and I. Two sides of the same coin, you and I.
I'm pondering on that, George, what you said, and that rings so true about division. And now there's so many things that are smoke screens. You know, it's different football teams, different races, different classification, English, Scotland. It's like with more common ground, than all the titles.
We are one.
Yeah.
Starfield Scar.
And then you got on the football, so I'm going to do one about who's your favourite player, George?
As an actual footballer, well, you'd be really shocked. I thought Martin Gorman was a good. He was a kind of everybody dislikes him. I'm not really a football fan, but a lot of people dislike him because I think he broke Colin Brooks' leg. Yeah, but not intentionally. But I always thought him a bit like Bobby Moore, kind of a gentleman on the field. Always played, did everything quietly, and the ball went where it had to go. So. But of course you like him. I don't think I had a favourite. I thought Garincha was a great name. You don't like a guy called Garincha.
Well, Maradona.
Maradona, yeah, he was pretty good too.
Remember that Dutch guy, the Celtic guy? He's called Jan Johannes Vennegoor of Hesselbeek.
Yeah.
Imagine, he had to have his name on
All
his
right.
sleeve. It wouldn't fit on the back.
On the back, that's right, yes. That's right. And yourself, do you have a favourite footballer?
Yeah, be all Burnley players. Colin Blunt. The children in the streets, the curtains open wide. Mama says it'll be alright. The barker man goes ticky-tack-tack. He got a monkey on his back. Never let the tortoise get away. And Daddy's hands are busy 11 hours a day. He's got 7 little mouths to feed. That silver-tongued El President is calling on the phone. Say a prayer tonight, Don Pedro. And there are pavements filled with silver. There's a prize on your soul. And I hear you pick a pocket. Whoa, whoa, El Diego.
filled with silver. There's a price on your soul, and I hear you picked a pocket. Oh, 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 come on all you girls and you boys, raise a glass to the lad from Argentina. He picked the pocket of your English hero, and I say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on all you girls and you boys, raise a glass to the lad from Argentina. He picked the pocket of your English heroes.
Fantastic time. I have to say thank you for being invited to spend some time with you and play some tunes. I'll try and say it quickly, I do have some CDs. I have 270 odd tunes.
Wow.
And there's no salad. And by that I'm saying there's nothing I wouldn't play to you, but we haven't got time. But I'm sure we'll do it again. You know, at some point we'd love to go and play some more. So that's it. Anyway, so that's the selling bit. Okay, that's the bit. I wasn't really sure what to play now because two fantastic songs. My brother used to play. Well, he played football, but he loved rock and roll. He used to go to the Lancashire instead. He was a proper lady man, he was thin as a lat, black hair, blue eyes, you know, struggling. You can imagine struggling. Lasses, you know, struggling. You know. And I think he made an arrangement once to meet 6 different girls. And turned up with a 7th. Anyway, he's in here. They're fantastic. It was just a useful thing of exuberance. We all did it at the youth club, you know. So, oh girl, are you going home alone? Maybe I should walk with you. Boyfriend's by the phone. I don't like the look he gives you. Been watching him every night, making a fool of himself, making a fool out of you. Me, I've been around a while, wondering how to meet you. two of us, I can see electric lightning passing through all of us. There's something half the world and maybe no one else will ever feel. And knowing it makes it real, finding you losing control, finding you turning, 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 head over heels. Don't dance with him, dance with me. I've just decided to play the king of hearts. Chance is coming to and me. Don't think I really need to ask. Dance with him, dance with me. I'm gonna play the king of hearts. Chance is coming to and me. You're gonna be delighted if you just dance, just dance. I'm gonna play the king of hearts. Chance has come, it's you and me. Don't think I really need to ask you twice. Once in a while a dream. Once in a while a dream. Once in a while a dream. Thank you. I get lucky sometimes.
I like to think my brother was writing songs about me like that.
This is one that I was deliberately trying to see how many nautical cliches I could get into one song. So, I think there are more somewhere, but I haven't fathomed them out yet. Anyway, it's called Maelstrom. We all set sail alone upon love's restless ocean, and we found her run aground in the shallows of our own emotion. Sometimes we reach port before the storm does its worst. Sometimes a siren song lures us into a maelstrom of hurt. I'm drowning, not waving. Someone out there must think I'm worth saving. Alone at the helm in Neptune's realm, I'm no Sinbad, no Ahab, no Bly, no sense of direction, no compass or sextant, and I don't know my way around the sky. Cast adrift, my sails are torn and my mast shattered, and I'm losing sight of dry land and all that I once thought mattered. Taking in water, enlisting to starboard. I just hope
Nice one, Stu. Well, it's kind of coming to the what's the word? The conclusion. The end. So I want to do one in the crotchet of air. Let the old men tell their tales. Because we'll all be sat around here one day saying, do you remember when we used to at Songwriters Circle? Wow, didn't we have a good time? Didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, so you just follow me. I'm in A.
Okay. Yeah.
Let the old men tell their tale, and all the old girls too, because the older we get, the better we were, and I swear every word is true. Oh, them black-haired flaming beauties from Rio to Gdansk, all smiling and beguiling, though we never stood a chance. And them days and nights of drinking, falling round the town, not knowing where we woke up when the sun was going down together. So let the old men tell their tale, and all the old girls too, because the older we get, the better we were, and I swear every word is true. There are tales of days and wonder. There are tales of struggle and strife. There are tales of rain and thunder, tales of everyday life. Tales of angry silences taken to the grave. Tales of saying sorry before it gets too late together. So let the old men tell their tales, and all the old girls too, because the older we get, the better we were, and I swear every word is true. One more time. Yeah, let the old men tell their tale, and all the old girls too, because the older we get, the better we were, and I swear every word is true.
What a good bit. Very good bit. So, on the far left, Mr. Stuart Warburton. And Gerry Gorman. We've had a great time tonight, and a special guest, Mr. George Borowski.
Oh, is it me?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'd like to, I did thank you before, and I'll thank you again. I'll stand up to play this because I got pneumonia, and what happens is I used to smoke heavily, and when I play sitting down I start myself off coughing, which is a shame for the song. It's not to be pompous in any way, but I found it was easy to sing. My mum you know about, she's 12 there, and she's 80 there. She smiled all the way through, and I was saying everything goes on the hard drive. What they taught me was they were both prisoners of war. My mum in Germany, she came from Russia originally, but another time because we're short on time, and I never kind of just skim across it because it's a really, really enormous story. I'm the luckiest man in the world. What they used to say was, it's the ordinary people that do the extraordinary every day. And it is, just like yourselves. And there's thousands and thousands of things that you've done that you've forgotten. And the few things you might have done better, you can recall like that. It's like going to the mirror and you've got a little pimple here and you forget about the rest of your face and how beautiful it is. There are thousands of things which you've done. Milk of human kindness. Me, I play for the doctors and I play for the nurses. I play for the care workers, for the paramedics. I play for the policemen. I play for the soldiers because the people who are laying down their lives so I don't have to do it on my behalf. My mum was 96 when she died. I know people were turning her over and wiping her backside so I didn't have to do it. Top respect every day. And I play for all the ordinary people because you all do extraordinary things. And you're hard on yourselves a lot of the time. You've forgotten all those marvellous things. Marvellous things that he's done. The amount of women he's loved. Right? Yeah, but what a gift! 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 You know, really. Because this is all we do. We're just going, we love you, and you go, we love you back. And we go, we love you some more. And you say, we love us back. Because all that we're trying to do is to give everybody else some time out. That's all we're doing. That's all it is. We try and bring a bit of this. So for yourselves, for my friends here who did me an enormous honour to invite me into this circle of wonderful people. Raising the roof. People think it's about partying. It's not. The Amish and the Scandinavian get the children to take the ropes and pull the roof onto the house. That's where raising the roof comes. 7 brides and 7 brothers, right? And then they have a party. So me, I play the children, like yourselves, because you're just children in bigger clothes.